Alright, go ahead.
Hello, babies. How was your weekend? How'd it go for you? I'm telling you, we had a little weather here, but it's been nice, but it's been rainy, you know. Rain a little bit here, rain a little bit there. I imagine we need it because you gotta have some kind of weather. I'm sitting here wondering what I should do. So I figured I'd come and see you and see what y'all been doing all the weekend. Hope you've been pushing them buttons now. Well, I hope I've been telling you something that you can use or something for you to think about. And to let you know that how much I care for you and love you too. This family I've got, I'm telling you, I could just put them all in a paper bag this weekend and throw them in a trash can. But I guess I done went in the trash can and pulled them all out because my ugly son's still sitting here, so I done pulled everybody back out of the trash can, and I'll keep them for a little while longer. So let me see what y'all been doing.
I'm a 23-year-old working girl. Excuse me. I'm a 23-year-old girl working hard on my college degree, and I haven't seen or spoken to my father since I was about 12. But recently received a phone call from my half-brother, whom I kept in contact with, notifying me of my dad's passing. I don't really know that side of the family, and have yet to receive any information personally about funeral arrangements. Don't play with me. I'm not playing with you.
I'm going outside and stay outside till you finish. Hey, don't get no beating.
What?
Go ahead on.
I ain't doing that.
Matter of fact, give me a water ice.
That's not how I'm going to want it.
I didn't ask you that, did I?
Alright. It says, I don't really know that side of my family and have yet to receive any information personally about funeral arrangements. Although things have been posted on Facebook, I feel like I should be able to just go to pay my respects. Although I didn't know my father, but I don't want any problems with his family. I'm writing in to ask if I should assume that I have an automatic invite being his daughter, or should I just not attend?
Yeah, automatic invite. That's your daddy. If the moon turned green, yellow, orange, and blue, he's still your daddy, dead or alive. He gave you that seed to come into this world. Without it, you couldn't have made it. Without the two of them. Regardless of how they got along afterwards, still had to have that sperm cell for you to get here, and that don't belong to him. Nobody else. Go say your goodbyes, and the best way to do that is get there a little early before the family do. Go there early. Go in there and visit him. Cry, boo-hoo, fall out, beat the floor, jump up and down, scream and holler all you want. Then after you done got yourself together, go sit down and wait for the family, or you can leave. Nobody has to say whether you were there or not. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you go say your goodbyes to him. You ain't got to do it while they're there. I know many people that have got there an hour or two before the family and all that was there. That's why they have that review there. It's for you to come and see the body like 2 hours before the funeral or anything starts. For you to come there to sit and you pray and cry and carry on if you feel like you got to. Go ahead and do that. You're entitled to do that. You're entitled to fall out and get all your anger out and every other thing. It wasn't your fault. You didn't have a thing to do with nothing. You was a kid. But you're saying to yourself, well, if I hadn't been thinking like a kid, maybe I would have went and made myself known to him. He knew about you. He knew plenty about you. And he loved you in his own way. Sometimes we look at love in so many different, love comes in so many different forms and packages and covers and colors. So Thank God he don't have to go through no more pain or whatever it was that he went through or what he died from. You may not know. But let's just leave it at that. Let me know about that though. I want you to let me know.
Don't forget, let her know about that.
Shut up, fat boy.
Alright. This one says, I'm a 27-year-old woman who recently ended my relationship with my boyfriend after 8 years.
Nasty coffee.
But you can give it back. After 8 years.
Get smart with me.
I became tired of waiting for him to get his life together because he couldn't keep a job. He was verbally abusive and he cheated on me multiple times.
What you did with him for?
But you ain't even let her finish the story.
You getting red already? No.
Ed.
Now a month after the breakup, I'm happier and feel good. However, he is trying to rekindle the relationship. I have told him no, but my ex said because I was with him for 8 years after he treated me wrong, that meant I was in love with him. Then he said he is becoming a better person because he has a job and wants me to be in his life in the future when he gets an apartment or car. I feel that I know him and he is not going to change. What do I keep him from trying? What do I do to keep him from trying to be with me? How do I convince him that it is over forever? Thank you.
He must have really tore that road up. You say 8 years? Yeah, that's a long time. You tore your ass for a long time. Forget that. You don't give him no 8 more years. Go on and skip down the road happily if you can. If you gotta get a police thing out, if he really harassing you, go do what you gotta do. But he just wants to be able with familiar grounds. That's all it is. You know, and if it's not what you want, that's your life. You run it, not him. And he done had all the time to do what he wanted to do, and he didn't do it. And that's all there is to it. So you gotta go do what you gotta do. So you're supposed to sit and wait for him to get it together. Then you'll get comfortable again and do the same thing all over. Girl, come on now, be for real. Let me know.
I'm a 30-year-old single woman with no kids. I love and want kids badly, which brings me to my story. I had a threesome with one of my close friends and her man. I ended up getting pregnant but had an abortion because I felt it wasn't fair to my unborn child or my friendship to go through with the pregnancy. My friend said he would no longer be friends if I kept the baby. Did I make a selfish or wise decision? Thank you in advance.
Yeah, the baby had to pay for it. The baby paid for your mistake. For you playing around somebody else's playground. You know that's a serious thing. Taking a life is serious. And just because you can't see it or hold it in the palm of your hand don't mean it ain't a life. God has the smallest microdots in the world that you can't see that have life. In the bottom of the ocean, the sea, everywhere. And you just flip it away. Now, if he decide, well, you only get one try, you ain't getting no more, then he'd be a bad God, wouldn't he? Not to give you nothing else. Because you flew through that first one he gave you away. You don't make children pay for your mistakes. Be more aware of what you're doing. You be playing with life. Life is not a joke. It's a hard thing to live. You see people living in the other side of the world. You see these commercials where the kids is howling about something to eat. A place to lay their head. They have so much little than what we have, yet they bring theirs here. They give them that life. That's all we owe them. The gift of life. Think about it.
And let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
You ever get people ask you stuff from Philly?
Yeah, I'm about to read one right now.
God, big thing to throw up, boy.
If you don't like the coffee, you can give it back. I'm telling you.
Hey, get drink this little ragged bit of coffee.
Pass me my coffee. Just make sure you stay up.
You wasting a lot of time running around playing cowboy.
Because I'm not playing with her.
Ain't playing either. Ooh, man.
It says I'm a 25-year-old and just relocated from Philadelphia to North Carolina last fall. I moved down here and fell in love with someone this past February. In the beginning, everything was okay and I was happy he was happy. My happiness faded away when I... Come on with your letters. My happiness faded away when I guess she's saying when I became a domestic abuse case. No, when a domestic abuse case from my past resurfaced and they were saying I might have to testify when it comes time for trial.
Uh-oh.
All that hurt came back to me and I started to become angry and let it affect my relationship with the new person. I had tried telling him before about my past, but he didn't want to know, so I kept all my pain inside and began to resent him. Me and the guy I met down here had a falling out because I was cold, because I was being told to him, oh my God, you got the right y'all letters right. Because I was being
skip it and go to the next.
Told to him because of my prior hurt. I explained that to him and that I was sorry. He took me back and we agreed to move forward. I asked him, was he ever going to treat me how I treated him just to get even? He said no. Recently he has been mean to me, very mean. He spit food at me after I tried to jokingly feed it to him. He smacked my phone out of my hand just because I wouldn't let him hold it to see a picture. He admitted to me that he did everything on purpose just so I can feel his pain and his hurt. And we can move on now. Now I'm at a place where I don't want to move on with him because the way he handled me and treated me with resent intentionally just so I can hurt.
Oh, y'all need to leave each other alone then. You go your way and he go his. I mean, come on, y'all sound like two kids. This is not the baby world. This is the adult world. Stop playing with each other's feelings. Now, if you don't want him to be woman enough to say, hey, it's over with. Goodbye. And if he don't want you, let him be man enough to say that. Y'all stop playing games with each other. Life is too short for BSing. Let me know.
I recently was shopping with a friend at the mall because I wanted to buy another friend birthday gifts. After we went shopping, she randomly told me that she bought a $900 Fendi bag. I replied, that's cool, and she went on how her husband is really going to be mad because she bought some more items while we were shopping. I replied, I didn't force you to buy stuff, and she said I did. My question is, do you think she's in competition with me, or why does she feel the need to have to compete with what I have or afford to purchase? I work, she doesn't. She has kids, I don't. She happens to be 15 years older than me. I've noticed lately she doesn't call me unless she needs me for something or calls to ask to pick up a plate because I can cook and she doesn't. Should I ditch her or am I being petty?
Well, it might be a little bit of a thing, whereas even though she's older than you and you're younger, that she envies you in a lot of ways. Your freedom, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do. You didn't say anything about having any children of your own. This freedom that you can have to buy what it is you want to buy, or what it is you desire, because you don't have nobody else to take care of but yourself. So if it's going to be in competition of her trying to stay behind you, sooner or later something's got to break. So you just, there's a nice way of doing everything. Just back up. Call her every now and then. See her every now and then. I mean, if she calls you, okay. If you don't, that's all right, too. You know, maybe she's trying to do the same thing. Back up off of you. Maybe she's realized she's making an ass out of herself trying to run behind you, but she knows better. She knows better. And the only way she gonna get that freedom that you got is to get rid of that family and the bills and the responsibilities and everything. Go ahead and be the woman that she already is. And not try to be a young girl again. Them days is gone. That's over with. Bye.
Alright, I'm 26. Within the past year, I moved from Philadelphia to California and married my girlfriend of 6 years and had a child. During my recent visit back home, I discovered my oldest sister, age 40, was spreading rumors about my child not being biologically mine, which is not true. Also, during this trip, I discovered she has been hacking into my younger sister's Facebook and sending messages to random people. Since I returned to California, both me and my younger sister have cut my older sister off, but she has been calling nonstop, leaving text messages and voicemails. I would like to confront my sister about this, but she's very stubborn and sneaky. Should I continue ignoring her calls and texts, or should I rectify the situation? Please help.
Well, obviously she wants to be part of the family, whether she's right or whether she's wrong. She's still running her mouth. Still chasing you guys. You know, we get older sometimes. We get, like I said, jealous. The world is set up for young people, not for older people. I found that out recently my own self. The older you get, your kids want to try to treat you like a baby. What I want to be a goddamn baby, I'd get me a bottle. And a couple Pampers. I might need that or whatever, but I mean, hell. Let me be that when I want to be that or when it's necessary that I have to be that. Even if I didn't choose for it to be. And she needs your love, regardless. You know, everybody needs, everybody, I don't care who they are. The villain, the good guy, around the corner. Everybody needs love, even God himself. You know, what do you want to mess around with us for? I really wonder why sometimes, because we get ourselves into some shitty deals. And if we spent more time loving him instead of everything that we shouldn't love, then whoa, would we really have something going on down here? But you see that we don't. Keep trying. You might succeed with her one day. And let her know that you still love her regardless.
This one says, my sister and I are 8 years apart, but we still seem to talk about everything. I'm 16, she's 24. Lately, she has been acting very provocative, having random sex with men and even having sex dates with guys in a wheelchair or dating men that are unemployed. There is nothing wrong with dating someone with a disability, but when they're in a wheelchair for getting shot for robbing someone, I have a problem with that. She also have a son. I just want her to slow down and not be taken advantage of. So my question is, should I tell her how I feel or mind my business? I honestly have her and my nephew best interests at heart. Much love.
You tell her how you feel. That might not make no difference, though. If she's into really what she's doing, it might not make no difference. She's gonna do it anyhow. But at least she'll have an idea of what's going on. She won't have to think about, do he know? Do I have to hide anything from him? You know, so if you feel as though you want to say something to her about it, go ahead and say it. I mean, you say y'all say things, you speak to each other all the time, and you've been very close, so you might as well stay close and let her know you know what's happening. Then if she tell you to mind your own fucking business, then that's what you do. You mind your own fucking business. Because that's her life, baby, not yours. Let me know what she said.
Alright, well, this is the last one.
You know, y'all, he's in a hurry this week.
No, I have to have these videos up by 3 o'clock, and you wasted. I called you at 10:30. You come down to 12:30. I have to edit and put this up. Then I got to get ready for Mikkel. People don't understand that it's a process.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, well.
Why you gotta do it both on the same day?
Because this is how I do it. If you don't want to do it on the same day, you got to do it another day throughout the week so I can have it up on Monday. If you don't
that's okay. It doesn't matter. What day you want to do it? I don't want to put you in a hubbub, bub. Mama love you, boy. Come on.
It says, I'm writing you because I am in love with my neighbor's husband.
Uh-oh.
They have been married for 5 years and have 2 children together. I am friends with both of them, mainly his wife. Well, recently I have been sleeping with him.
Oh, shit.
Not to mention I am a gay male. We have had sex all over. We have had sex all over their house.
Girl, what the hell? That's like using old toilet paper.
It says we have had sex all over their house.
Where's my water ice?
Jeremy, she said she wanted water ice. Yeah, you said alright.
Come on so I can finish.
What about she do the wrong thing.
It says we have had sex all over their house, car, my home, car, hotel, whatever you name it. I am really starting to feel guilty because she just found out that she is pregnant with their 3rd child. But I also know she knows that her husband is bisexual. I have never been the type to date another person's man, but I feel like this is a blessing from God. What if this is my happy ending I have been praying for? Bye.
Gotta cut that shit out.
I'm done reading this. So I just want to know, should I tell her about the fear? Because I honestly feel like once his wife knows, she will leave
Well,
her.
he gonna jump out of her arms into yours? I'll cut that shit out. Come on, boy, hand me that.
I want y'all to come on so I can finish.
Go ahead, don't stop because of me. I ain't stopped.
You don't understand that I have time. Like, I don't have time for all of this stuff.
All right. What
No,
I'm saying.
I'm going to edit some stuff out, but my time is not being... Come on.
Right.
So
One thing, you and Fairy man. And it just ain't gonna happen that way. So if I say something to her, she gonna drop it. Why you wanna kick her in the teeth? What the hell did she do to you? Oh, you couldn't get your own man, you had to get somebody else's man. Somebody else's leftover. He ain't no leftover yet. Far as she know. Excuse the expression, he's in there screwing her hard and screwing you too. So he got both of y'all hanging. Who's to say she may know that he's out there, but she don't know who he's out there with. She don't need to know either. You don't have no right to hurt her like that. And she carrying him. She's in creation. You don't have no right to do that to her. But I tell you what goes around comes around. You do it, it'll come back to you. And I guarantee you won't like it when it do. Now let me tell you people something. All this week has been about who's girlfriend, boyfriend. What should I say, shouldn't say? Common sense. I mean, come on now. We ain't just into this game. Half of you been in the game ever since you was 10 or 12. Been out there poking and doking around. You know how you feel. You know what you like and what you don't like. Sometimes you should be woman or man enough to speak up and say what's going on in your life. And you don't. But don't ruin somebody else's because you done put your finger in that pie and that cake or whatever it else and it went flat on you. It's not their fault. So you got to be unhappy, so they might as well be unhappy right along with you. You're going to use somebody else. That's like using day-old toilet paper. I mean, nobody ain't going to want to use nobody else's shitty toilet paper, so why should you? You're not entitled to get your own man, to have your own fresh thing. You have your own problems, your ifs, you don't, you will, you won't. I mean, come on. Why you got to step on and hurt somebody else? And a woman in creation, too. He got y'all going pretty good. He got both. He got his world real good. Because he got her on one side, his family, and loving and everything. Got a little baby on the side of creation and everything. And he got his sideline, too. His kick buddy. You know, he doing okay. One thing I can say about it, think about the things you do. Think about the consequences. You ain't in this world by yourself. Who you think you are? You think the world owe you something? The world don't owe you shit. You make your own problems. You make it, you clean it up. Who you think you are? Think about it. Think about the things you do and you say. Just don't run out there and run your mouth and don't and hurt other people and step on other people or tear somebody else's life up because you done effed up yours. Have respect for one another. That's the problem nowadays. Younger people don't have no respect for, especially for older people. Oh, just, oh, he my man. My man what? Because you a little younger, he a little bit older, and you trying to make him feel like he's somebody? Don't waste your life and waste his too. Sometimes that's fine. But other times when other people are involved, you're wrong as hell. And believe me, what goes around will come around and suck you out. Talk to you next week. Like I said, push the button.